Back in the days, I used to think the only problem physician associates had was the fact that we were unregulated. How naive looking back. As the past 2 years, 18 months have shown, there is more ahead. Following RCGP's position to the role, we had the GP section of the BMA put their firm stamp on it. They did not mince their words. They felt we were just fundamentally unsafe. We should just not be in GP. NHSE releasing guidelines on how physician associates are to supervise. This organization saying this, the other organization saying that. And then we had one from, I think, Academy of Medical something. AMROC. There are so many organizations with this NHS stuff. These guys came and they suggested that perhaps a review needs doing to ascertain the safety of physician associates working within the NHS. Someone asked restricting what he said. Yes, I think PAs have some value, but there are also some legitimate concerns. Then we went to bed, woke up, and then they've agreed to do a review of the physician associates in terms of our safety within the NHS, whether we take opportunities from other staff members and how patients relate to us, as in, are they aware we are not doctors and whatnot. Following that EGM meeting of the RCP and the shenanigans, I hope whoever does this review, I think it's one Professor Lenk, they can take some lessons from that event and present whatever data they come across as it is. No sugarcoating, no airbrushing, just the raw data. Patients think physician associates are dangerous. Doctors working with physician associates think physician associates are dangerous. Or maybe they don't think so. If they do this review and it comes out that we are fundamentally unsafe, would they phase out the profession as I think the BMA would like? Or would they curtail us, akin to what the RCGP is trying to say? What happens to the NHS workforce plan? Those 10,000 PAs they were aiming for, do they just nip that in the bud? If you told me 4 years ago, we'll be, let's say, a month away from the GMC regulating physician associates, I would have been all excited, like, fam, the regulation is coming, everything is about to be hunky-dory, fine and dandy. But I'm not excited the slightest. I do acknowledge that it's a positive step. I know some people are of the opinion that we should not be regulated by the GMC. As long as there were some standards set in terms of what you are studying, the training, whatever, and you could say, okay, I've gone through this process and it validates that I'm X or Y, I would have been happy with it. But some people felt, at the end of the day, physician associates practice medicine. We don't practice any other discipline. We are practicing medicine under the supervision of a doctor. Some aspect of medicine. Some people felt, being that the case, let the physician associate be regulated by the GMC. Others feel, no, if you do that, you are blurring the lines. The order for the GMC to regulate physician associate, that boat has sailed. But then some people also make the argument that if the profession is under review to ascertain its safety, should the regulation be halted, wait for the results of the review, and then it can be determined whether it should go ahead or not. Let the chips fall where they may. The thing about this whole physician associate thing is there are things I can go online and read, and you can come up with your own conclusions. However, there are always things that we are not aware of, things going on in the background. The more information you gather, it seems that it's almost like a tangled web. There are many interests at play which are not apparent on first glance. So what does this mean for current physician associates working? We just have to wait. I don't know whose song it was. It says, I can help but wait. I've not heard an R&B song like that in a while. You know, back in the days where they go, Those were different times, bro. With the results of this review, which they say will be somewhere in spring of next year, it could be that I might think I'm a safe PA. You might think you're an amazing PA, you are just doing your job. You don't know how each and every individual PA works. When the data comes out, we can form an opinion. If it says we're unsafe and we need to be kicked to the curb, so be it. Or when it comes and it says no, on the balance, these people are not particularly unsafe with respect to other members of the NHS, so be it. What will be the implication? I don't know if the RCGP will take their stance back. If I remember correctly, when the RCGP released that document talking about the scope, they said they'll keep it under review as more evidence came out. Would they amend it? Would they say, okay, then you can do X now, you can do Y now? Or would they just stand their grounds? What would the BMA do? If things don't go the way they want it to go, of course there'll be a reaction. There'll be letters written. We have that in front of us as well. Personally, what I'm interested in is the truth. Our physician associates fundamentally unsafe to work within the NHS. Let's allow the evidence to speak for itself. For student physician associates, this must be really daunting. I say this because I was reading something from the RCP. 87% of the jobs being advertised in the previous year had been pulled away. Let's say 90%. So you're a student you are learning. Some of you have even recently sat your paying exams. And you are going into a world where out of the 10 jobs that were previously advertised, 9 have been taken away, and you are just left with what? Was it last month or so? Was the first time I saw Trust I Work In make any formal acknowledgement of what has been going on over the past 2 years. Are you guys figuring this thing out right now? We've been in the trenches with this for a long time. This becoming more mainstream. BBC, The Guardian, The Telegraph. I, for one, do not know where this thing is heading. The only thing on the ground right now is there is a review. They will do it and we'll get the results. Once we get the results, we will know what to do. GMC is still pressing on with their regulation. They've started sending emails. I think somewhere in January they say they'll invite people to register. Something above 300 a year, definitely, to be on the GMC register as physician associates, so that if I do something, they can say, "Study bro, GMC number with a prefix PA 344922782. Responsibility and accountability." There's a whole lot going on. Take it one step at a time and do the best wherever you are as a physician associate currently. If you don't know, you raise up your hand. "Boss, I don't know this one. Help a brother out." And then you take it from there. It's your boy Yoti, and I'm out. Salute.